Hello everyone, this is Val from Val's Craft Creations, and today I am gonna challenge myself and I'm gonna try to make a journal and a junk journal, and this journal will be I will say my largest journal that I have attempted to make. Let me show you first what I'm gonna be using. I had this pasta box. It was a box from a pasta. And I wanted to try to do a journal with this. I was watching a video, I think, yeah, let me see if I'm not mistaken, it was from Treasure Book. I think it was. She was making a half exposed spine. And I find that really interesting because I've been trying to do open spine lately and try different techniques on the open spine. So I wanted to try that, but let me tell you something. I usually do my journals, the size that I mostly like is 5x7. And this box, after I cut, the extra flaps, my box was 5x7.25, but the spine was 2.5 wide. So usually my journals are 5x7, and the spine is maybe half an inch or maybe an inch for the most. But this is a big spine. And what I did was I cut the top and the bottom. I did my spine 2.5 by 3.75, and I want to attempt, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, to make my spine, my journal with 9 signatures. I already have my signatures ready. Each signature have 10 pages, so you will say that it's 20 pages when you fold them. So this is a big chunky journal, so it's gonna look like this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to attach, the 9 signatures, but I want to try. So that's why I'm saying this is an experiment. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. And if it works, this tutorial probably is gonna have 2 parts, because I had 9 signatures, a lot of pages that I need to add my pockets and talk spots, tags, journaling cards. So this is a big project, but I wanted to challenge myself. Lately I've been trying to challenge myself to do different things, and something that I learned from my participation on the collaboration with Rachel and Bella Craft is that you can find an old idea, an old video, an old tutorial, and and create something new. So one of my favorite YouTuber is Natasha from the Treasure Book, and she has so many great ideas, and I wanted to try this. I think I saw her maybe with 7 signatures, but I'm gonna try with 9, and I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out, but this is an experiment. So I hope that you can bear with me, and I'm gonna show you the process from start to finish in case that you wanna try to do this project. So if you don't have a box available to you right now, like a pasta box, I picked this one because it had the window. But if you don't have something like that, then you can use I would recommend you to use a file folder because it's long. And I'm trying to find my the piece that go here, the clear window, because I remove it, but I don't know where I put it. So I'm just gonna use my clear lay film, my acetate, to create a window for this. Or maybe I will not add anything there, I don't know yet. But let me give you measurements. So the whole thing, the whole piece is 12.5 wide by 7.25 long. And then your spine, so your covers are gonna be 5 inches each. and then your spine is gonna be 2.5 inch by 3 3/4. So you need a piece of maybe I would recommend you a cereal box, a pasta box, or a file folder. Sorry, I have some glue things in. And then you're gonna cut a piece 12.5 by 7 1/4. Then you're gonna score at the 5 mark, score mark, and then at the 7.5, because you're gonna have a 2.5 spine. So that will give you, your 5 inches cover for the front, and then your 2.5 inches spine. And the pasta box is right like this, but I'm gonna turn it around and I'm gonna use my window on the top. And what you see, my box is wide because I use gesso to prep my surface. It's not necessary, but I didn't like that blue showing for my pasta box, and I think when I add my paper, white will look better than this blue showing somewhere. So this is my plant. So I turn my box outside, the inside out, because I like this, the way that this part looks better, and I wanted my window on the top. So my idea for this, I'm gonna do the pamphlet stitch. I was gonna try a different technique, but I'm gonna do the pamphlet stitch. And my idea is I wanna try to, my closure is gonna be this ribbon, but I'm gonna hide this ribbon on this side and on this side, but I want my ribbon showing here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cover my ribbon on this, on my front and back cover, and then I want my ribbon to be showing on my spine. So I was thinking, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I was thinking, because I don't want to stitch my ribbon. So what I was thinking is, when I decorate this, I'm gonna cover this first and then my spine. I'm gonna attach my signatures, and then I will work on this part of my cover. So I'm gonna work on the inside, the front cover, my spine, and I'm gonna leave this for last so I can hide my ribbon here. And I'm gonna try to do my journal berry. I was trying to go with like a romantic shabby chic feel, maybe kind of vintagey, because I have a, let me show you, paper pad that I found at Hobby Lobby. It's from Kirby Tisdale Studio, and it's from the paper studio from Hobby Lobby, and it's $12.99, but it was half off, and it is a beautiful paper pad. And I'm gonna be combining 3 paper pads, and I'm gonna tell you why. But look, it's not cardstock, it's regular like paper. So look how beautiful this paper is. So what I did is I used my Prima Marketing 12 by 12 paper, double-sided, for some of my signatures, because I wanted my signatures to be cardstock, more sturdy. So I used this paper for my signatures. And I didn't have 9 paper total that I like, so I went ahead and used mine. And this one, the name is The Tales of You and Me. I got this at Hobby Lobby a long time ago. And then I had this Park Lane Family Heirlooms, and I got some of my signature from this paper too, because it was more, it's cardstock, but this one is not double-sided. So some of my signature are gonna be double-sided and some are not, but it's because I wanted cardstock instead of the regular paper that the paper pad I'm gonna use. But let me show you, I'm sorry, let me pick some of my paper from the floor. So let me show you real quick on my signature. So this is the paper I'm gonna be using on the cover is a thin paper. And what I did, I used the beautiful paper pad inside my signature. I put one page up in each signature from that paper pad. My cover in the front and back is gonna be from that paper pad that I showed you first. And then from the third one that I showed you, this is cardstock, I'm gonna do the inside. So I combined three different paper pads because this is a big project. I needed a lot of paper. And let me show you one of the signature. All of the signature have the same thing. I had this copy paper that I dyed with coffee, and then I created a alcohol spray with myself, and I have a tutorial on how to make this yourself. So after I dye my paper with the coffee, I went ahead and sprayed that, and it has some glitter and pink. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. You can see some of the spot here. So I added coffee dye paper and I sprinkled some of that spray. And I have other line paper. This is a paper bag, a vintage paper bag that I found in a thrift store. So it was a big paper bag, and I opened it and use it as page. This one is a line paper. I did the coffee dye, and then you can see here the pink from the spray. And there's the paper. So different line paper and paper from the paper pad. This is the copy. And then some music paper. So that's what my signature, all the signature had the same amount of paper and the same in the same way. So I just show you one where you use the paper that you like. So I'm gonna put my signature to the side, and we're gonna start decorating this. I create a template, and what I did was I cut the other piece from the box. I cut a piece the same size as my spine, and then with my ruler I measure where my holes are gonna be, and I did my own template. But you can do your own template and depending on how many signatures you want. And so I'm not gonna give you measurements of mine, but if you want, let me show you what I did. I did from the top, I went down 3¼ inches and mark, and I did the same thing here, 3¼ inches and mark. And then what I did for the middle, I just fold this in half and mark this one, and so it's gonna be my middle. And then for the signature, I just went like 1/4 inch all the way down to the end, and that's how I got this template. In case you want to do 9 signatures, you want to challenge yourself, go ahead and let's start working with this. The first thing that I'm gonna do is, let me see how long I want my ribbon to be. I think that's good enough. So I'm just gonna wait. Let me see from here. I just want it long enough because I don't know how chunky this is gonna get. Hopefully this is long enough. I think it is, but the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach my ribbon to here. And let me turn my glue gun on just in case I need it. Let me mark my middle here, my ribbon, so I know. I think that's good. And I think that's good enough. I'm just eyeballing my middle there. I don't know if that's the middle or not, but for right now, I'm just gonna use my fast grab tacky glue or my quick. Let me use my fast grab tacky glue because I didn't turn on my glue gun. I'm just gonna put a thin line here because I'm gonna cover this just for now while I work with my ribbon. Make sure that it's straight. And I'm not gonna worry about this right now. Oh, let me show you this image that I'm gonna use on my window. This little bird from that beautiful paper pad, and that is gonna go there. So let me show you how it's gonna look. And then my paper for the cover have a little accident. My cat ripped it off. She was playing on my desk. So this is the way that my front cover is gonna look. Look how pretty. How pretty. But let me get my distress ink. I didn't get it beforehand. I apologize. But I want to distress this around it. And I don't know if I'm gonna add the clear window. I don't think that I will. But you are more than welcome to do that if you want to. Let me just grab my pink ink here. I was gonna use my brown one, but I'm gonna go with the pink. And this is my archival ink. The color is magenta hue. I never know how to say that. It's H-U-E. And you don't have to prep your box like this with the gesso, the white gesso. I just wanted to, you know, tone down my colors of my box a little bit. So this is gonna go like this. I have a pencil line I mark it with a pencil so I can see where I wanted my bird. Make sure that my edges are covered, and I'm not worrying about to glue all the way around, you know, to the edge on my paper, because I'm gonna cover this. I'm just doing the edges for now. Let's see before it dries. Oh, perfect. Look how pretty. Oh, I love it. So you're gonna work on the inside first, but I wanted to do my bird to see, because I'm gonna cover this. So let's work on here. For the inside, I cut this paper, so my colors are gonna be like pink, cream. I have some green there. There's some touches of brown and red. So that's the colors that we're gonna be using for this project. So this one is gonna go here. This one goes here. And I'm using this round one because I had a lot of pink, and I kind of want to use all the colors that I can from all this beautiful paper. And this is going to be my spine. So let's start gluing this. I had to cut this corner here. It's kind of messed up. Let me just glue that corner down. So hopefully this project will, you know, turn out good, because this is my first time working with a big journal like this. I always been afraid to do big journals because they take a long time, especially doing the signature. And I want to apologize in advance because you're gonna have to see the whole process of me attaching the signature and making the mistake or whatever is gonna happen, because I want to learn how to edit my videos and fast forward and do all that wonderful stuff that people do with their video when they're editing, but I'm still learning. I found a app that I'm learning with on how to edit my videos, so I'm learning, I'm working on it, because I don't want to keep using the excuse that you know what, I don't know how to edit, so bear with me. But I'm learning. I just wanted to let you know that as soon as I learned, I will make sure that my videos will be edited and you don't have to see all this. But some people have told me that they like to see the whole process, so I guess it's depending on who's watching the tutorial. But I know that you can always fast forward it to the next part. But I just wanted to to let you know that I'm learning. It's amazing that I only been doing tutorial for 3 months, and I had come a long way from my beginnings. I was watching my tutorials at first, and I've been learning, watching other YouTubers making their tutorials. And I clean my space. Before, I didn't have a lot of space, so I removed some of the things from my computer. Just so you can see some of my computer here. But I removed a lot of things from my desk, not from my computer, from my desk. I moved my computer, and places somewhere else. Like before, I have it on this corner. So I'm trying to keep my work area clean and neat. It's very small. It's a small desk, and I have my printer, my computer. I also have here, I have like a storage thing where it has drawers, and I have the things that I most used, like my scissor, my glue, all that stuff. So I had that there too. So I don't have a lot of space, and I'm recording on my room, so I cannot get a bigger or a larger, I would say, desk or working space for now. But little by little, I will get there. Here you can see that there's like a hole there, but I don't mind that. It's just that when I cut the paper, the top thing that you have on the top, this thing that goes on the top of the paper, when I cut it, this is not the one from there, but when I cut it, you can still see. And some of my paper had that too on my signature, but I don't mind because I can always cover that with I'm thinking with pockets, with the pockets and other things. So I'm not worrying about that. I think that will give character to my paper. But if something like that bothers you, you can always hide it with a tuck spot or a pocket, something, So that don't worry me at all. Don't bother me. Okay, so our inside is done. Let's put this cover on. And this go like this, but I'm gonna turn it down and use it here like that. Just a second, my glue is dripping. Let me move it here. I'm a little nervous about my signatures, but we will try, you know. If I can always, if it not work, I will remove some of the signatures and, you know, redo the spine and maybe cover it with another piece of the pasta box and redo it. So I'm not worrying too much, but I'm nervous about adding 9 signature to my spine because it's gonna be a lot of sewing. Sorry, sometimes I don't know how to pronounce some of the words. Okay, so let me add this here, and then after this we're gonna add the signatures. Making sure that my paper is aligned and glue all the way around. And I'm just gonna distress the edges. Before I forget. All right, and let me add the paper that's gonna go here, which is gonna be this one right there. I'm looking for, oh, here it is. I'm just gonna cut a tiny little piece of my edge here, just to leave a little space in between my folded line. Okay, stress this to make sure that the paper is aligned there. Okay, so this is gonna go like that. I may need to reinforce this a little bit more, but when I'm done with this. Okay, so now we're gonna try to add our signatures, and I'm gonna use embroidery thread. I had these 2 colors here. I may go with this one, or I may use both of them. And I'm just gonna cut a piece 3 times my length. Well, you know what? I don't need that much because it's not. I'm gonna do two times. I think that's enough. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do 2. Let's try with 2 first and see. Let me see where I put my needle. Okay, here is my needle. Okay, so let's see. I had never attached so many signatures, so let's see how this works. Just gonna do my holes. And let me make sure that my ribbon is not. You know what? Let me add something to my desk. I forgot to put something underneath. Just to protect my desk. I usually do the holes with my signature in, but so many holes that I need to do that I'm just gonna do one by one. Ugh, my ribbon. I did holes on my ribbon. Thanks God you can do this and it will not show there. Okay, so I have my holes and let's start with the first signature. And let me see how I'm gonna do this. Let me see. Let me just, I don't know, I'm thinking how I'm gonna do this, so. I think the best way, I just gonna mark, just a mark to see where I'm gonna do the holes with my pencil. I think for me, that's the way it's gonna work. Make sure that my paper is this way. Template. Maybe you have an easier way to do this. If you do, let me Let me know in the comments below. Making sure. Okay. Let's start this and see. Let me hold on to my ribbon here because it's getting on the way. Okay, let's try this one more time. I'm gonna go to the top. Then to the middle again. This is gonna be just the tedious part to do the signatures, but we will try. Gonna tie. So I don't need it 3 times. With 2 we can make this happen. The thread. Just gonna tie here on the middle. Make sure that it's tight. And if you're new to journaling, this is what we call the pamphlet stitch. Okay, so let's see how the first one looks. Okay, first one done. Make sure that, and this is how it's gonna look on the spine. Let's work on the next one. Let me find a better way to get that ribbon out of the way. That's better. Okay, let's work on the second one. So our first signature is done. This is the second one. And I'm just gonna do the same process with all. I'm just gonna mark it, make sure that my signature is aligned before I do my holes. I'm gonna mark. I know this is the tedious part, but if you get you think this part is boring, you can always, fast forward But right now we're only gonna do on this project the signatures, finish the cover, and then on the second part we are going to decorate. I may do a video in between. I'm gonna do some, I have a lot of paper left, like scrap paper from this that I cut. So I may do a video in between with making how you call that, embellishments. Make sure, sorry if my head is on the way. Right there, this is the right side. I'm so nervous making this. Sometimes you have to challenge yourself and do new things and try. If you don't try, you never know if you're gonna be able to make it, right? Okay, I'm gonna erase my lines. I didn't erase on the other one because you can hardly see it. These ones I did it darker because I couldn't see the other ones. Okay, I think I'm gonna alternate. Is this the one that I use? Yeah, let's use this one now. I may not need all this thread, but it's better to have more than less. Sometimes so hard. I usually had this thread before, but since we had to do 9, I don't have 9 needles to have it ready. So there's another technique that I want to try. She uses 4 needles, 2 different threads, 2 colors, and she did so beautiful binding that I want to try that. I may try that next time. This is a technique that I learned, but I hardly use it because it's glue, but let me see if it works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm sorry. There. At least, let me see. Oh, my goodness. This is the part that I don't like about journals. The stitching. There you go. Oh my goodness. Let me clean my hand. And let's try this next signature. Make sure that is the right side. Okay, let's do this next one. Let me align it. Try to see where my hole is. Sorry if I'm not talking a lot, it's just concentrating. Trying to do this right. Second one is almost done. You know, I think I cut less than 2 times my size. Look, keep having extra. Make sure that this is tight. Make sure that it's tight without breaking your pages. Second one is done. Looking good so far. Look, we have our second signature in. Let's continue. I'm excited, I'm excited. Okay, let's do the third one. Like their signature. Make sure that this is this cover. I think my cover is upside down. No. Yeah, it's like this. I hope that you are enjoying this video. This video is gonna be kind of longer than an hour because of the signature. That's why I divided it in two. Sorry, I'm trying to make my video less long, shorter, but I cannot always help it. Make sure that this is okay. Now it's the right way. I usually do the whole process so the new people, you know, that don't know how to make a journal from the beginning, they can learn too. And this one. Maybe I can use this. No, I don't think. This is too short. Okay, this one was easier. Sometimes it's hard for me to see the whole. Let me align this here. Let me tie it better. It's kind of loose. On her video, she did a different stitch. Well, she did the wrap around stitch. No, it's not a stitch. The wrap around binding. I want to try that next, but not with this many signatures. For that, she did, and I'm talking about Natasha from the treasure book. She did, I think it was 5 signatures or 3 signatures with 5 pages each. And I think her spine was smaller than this one. I don't know why. I can tie this better. There, I think I got it now. I don't know why it's getting loose. I'm sorry, let me. Okay, I always double knot this. Okay, let me keep going, keep going, keep going. Next one. We have 4, 5 more to go, but look how pretty. I need to reinforce this here. Well, with the ribbon, we're gonna cover that. But look how it's looking right now. Okay, let's keep going. Next one. Make sure that my signatures are the right way. Yes. The more signature you have, the harder it gets to work on this. But we are trying. We're trying. Let's challenge ourselves today. Trying to be quicker, but my hands are no help. No help at all. I have arthritis on my hands, so sometimes it's hard for me to work, but we keep trying. This one is kind of off. Hopefully that wasn't, it's not gonna matter that much, but hopefully. You can hardly see the difference, but maybe I should have done the blue or green, different color to alternate. have the piece of paper here so I can clean my hands. Okay, let's keep going. Make sure you don't skip any holes, any rows. Almost there, guys, almost there. 4 more, right? And we're done. Trying to be as quick as possible. And I apologize for you being there while I do all this, but we're learning together. Next one, let's do the next one. I didn't even measure this. Let me find my center. I didn't even give you measurements for my my signatures. My paper inside is 4 3/4 by 7 1/4, and then the cover is a slighter. I think it's 5 by 3 by 7 1/4. Don't remember right now, but we will measure it later. I just want to attach my signatures. Okay, almost done with the signatures, and then we will cover the last, the back cover, and we are done with this part of the project. And now we'll come back with the second part where we're gonna decorate our beautiful romantic journal. I really want to try to use a lot of lace, and I'll try to make it like vintage shabby chic. I'm not good with shabby chic. I know usually that's not, it's my style is more vintage, but lately I've been using lace on my projects and trims and all that. But this one, I kind of, when I saw this paper, that's what I thought about. Trying not to catch my thread there. Kind of twist it here, there. It's not as hard as I thought it was gonna be, like to do these 9 signatures, but it just takes long, and I think I stitched my stitch here, but I can pull it from here, it's fine. Sometimes this is the part that is hard for my hands. Tying my string. Almost done with this part. Almost done. I have, how many? We still have 4. Goodness, my goodness. So this is how it looks so far. Here's my needle. I don't think that I'm even alternating. Sorry. I'm sorry guys, I know I'm so quiet trying to concentrate and hurry up. Next time I should start adding some of these signatures if I'm gonna do a big journal like this before starting recording, but you know, I like you to see my whole process. I hope you don't mind and you are enjoying my video. I hope you do. And that you will accept this challenge. If you haven't tried to do a large journal with all these signatures, today is the day to start trying. I don't know why my stitches are doing like them backward. And I think I'm stitching around my, like in the middle, and catching my thread when I go through the middle again. I'm trying not to, but it's hard. I know I have all that thread there, but I don't worry about it because I can use it like to add it on other projects as decoration or something. So it's not gonna go to waste. Prefer to have more than, you know, enough and don't have enough than don't having enough. These papers are so beautiful. Make sure that it's straight. Yes. 3 more and we are done with our tedious part, which is attaching our signatures to the cover. So let me tell you something exciting that happened to me. I was participating on this Ray and Bella collaboration, and I am so honored to be part of that collaboration. I was so nervous because it's the first time that I'm participating in a collaboration. And what we did, we were assigned a letter of the alphabet, and you needed to come up with, find a project, like a tutorial on YouTube that can inspire you, an old tutorial, and that tutorial will inspire you to create something new using that idea, like as inspiration. So I had the letter Y, and it was hard to find a project that could go with that letter, but I decided, with the help of my daughter, she was the one that gave me the idea, to alter a yearbook. And it was so nice to making sure my lines are it was so I was so happy to see the final result, because you know I always enjoy when you where's my pokey tool, when you take something old and repurpose it. Oh my goodness, how am I gonna do the whole if I don't have my pillow there? Sorry. And you got excited with the project thing, the yearbook thing. It's so excited when you can get something old and create something new and alter something and repurposing and give it a new life. So I really enjoy that, participating on that collaboration. Look for that video if you want to watch it, that tutorial where I have a part 1 and part 2. The first part is where I created the base for my project, and then on the second part I decorated the project, the yearbook. So I know I told you at the beginning that, you know, I'm learning a lot about that collaboration, taking something old and something that somebody else have worked on and do your own thing and put your spin on it. I say that at the beginning, and it's true. It's true. Sometimes you're trying to find an idea to do a tutorial, and sometimes you don't want to use what other people have done because you're afraid that they will say, hey, you know, I did that before you or something like that. But you know, I always, when I get inspiration from somebody else, I try to you know, give credit to them. Sometimes I forget, but I try to as much as possible. So it's okay to use other people's ideas and make it your own and do your own thing, you know, put a spin on that and recreate something new. When you are blocked and you don't know what to create, you can do that too. When you need inspiration. Like me, I've been trying to do different spines on my projects and try, you know, to do new things, try new things. Like this crazy. It's not crazy, but for me it is, because I know it's gonna take a long time. But well, I always do 2, maybe 3 signatures the most. And I always do the traditional spine. So I've been trying the open spine. I did 2 projects with the open spine. And then this one is half exposed spine, I think is the name. And I want to try to do the stitches that I was telling you about, that she used 4 needles and she crossed them, then she with 2 different colors of thread, and she creates something so beautiful on the spine. I want to try that. What else I want to try? And I'm gonna keep practicing with the open spine. because I am enjoying this. Something different, something new to me. Okay, 2 more and we are done. Thank you for your patience and to stay with me to the end. If you have stayed with me at the end, to the end, thank you so much. That means a lot to me, because that means that you are learning and enjoying the process of creating something new. So 2 more spines and we are done, guys. And well, with the spines, with the signature, I'm sorry, not to, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's 2 more signatures and we are done with the signatures. And we will, where's my other thread? Well, let me use this. I don't know where I put the other one. And then we add the paper to the back cover and that's it. And we are done. I don't know what I did with my other thread. I don't know why I tried without the glue. I don't even know why. I keep trying. I didn't even put it through the needle. I need better lining. That's one thing that I want to do. I really need to. My room is kind of dark. Did I do the hole? No. Okay, what's wrong with my spine? This one is this side. Today is so hot in Florida. My room is so hot. I should have turned my fan on. I forgot. But it's so hot on my room right now. Almost done with the signatures. Almost done. It's getting harder for me to hold to the book. It's getting kind of heavy for my hands, but we're almost done. You can see this book being very chunky and heavy. Now I can see my signature. Wait, let's see if I can hold this better. Sometimes my daughter comes to my room and I'm waiting for her to come and see if she can turn that fan on for me. I just don't want to move. I wanted to finish this. I hear her coming out in and out of her room. But she, Mommy, could you turn the fan on for me, please?
Your fan.
My fan?
Your fan isn't on.
Could you turn it on? Thank you, Mommy. Okay, we're almost done with this signature. If I can put this, my needle through. I don't know why I can. I lost my hole. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, I can find this hole. Let me see. Let me turn this around. Definitely getting harder to handle this. Oh my God. Just here, my holes are kind of to the side a little bit. There, my goodness, this one was hard. Make sure that this is tight. It's definitely getting, did I do some, here. Let me turn this around. Definitely getting harder to get my holes, my needle and my holes. Okay guys, one more, and we are done with the signatures. Yay! I'm excited. This is how it's looking. Oh, I love that. Different. Make sure, yeah, it's the right side. Let me hold this here, like that. So it's easier for me to see what I'm doing. Hardly to see my holes on this on the paper and the spine. Okay. My goodness, my goodness. Okay, why I have two papers here? Let me get one out. We only need one. Okay, we are done with the template, the pencil, the pokey tool. And I lost one of my string in the process. I don't know where I put it. So let's use the same one. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe it fell on the floor. Let me see. Nope, I don't see it. Maybe it's in between the signatures there. But we'll find that later. Let's just finish this. Okay, last signature going in. I hope it's gonna be easy to decorate whatever we have left with all these signatures in. Sometimes I like to complicate things, I don't know why, but like I told you, today I'm challenging myself. It's definitely getting harder to see my holes. There. Whew, we are done with the signatures. Let me type this one. Okay, please signature work with me. I need to tie this up better. Let me see if it's easier like this. Yes, our signatures are done. This is how it's gonna look. Let's finish the cover so we can finish this part of our tutorial. I have to glue that down again because there. Okay. And let's cover this with this one. The signature I had to. The signature is kind of showing up a little bit there, but that's fine. For me, it's perfect after going through all that work with those 9 signatures. So I use my glue gun for the spine here because I'm not gonna cover that with anything else. But this here I'm gonna cover with my paper, so it's gonna be more secure than the one on the spine. I'm losing my stuff now. Here's the cap, and I don't know what happened with that. We're done with this. Okay, so this is it for this first part. We are done with the cover. For the second part, we are gonna decorate this. So thank you for watching, everyone. I see you in the next video. Happy crafting, everyone.